Eagles fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them. Drop the facts on them. It's Pregame, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and finally, after all these months, we are back to Eagles football. Oh, I am so excited. I don't know why, because I partied last night, but I still am excited and still full with energy. Yo, our Philadelphia Eagles take the field in just about an hour, man. We are going to be able to see for our own eyes what this team is going to look like, at least beginning this first week against the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions. We should kill them, right? We should kill these guys. That's how I'm feeling. That's what I want to see. I want this to be a celebration. Not only celebrating the fact that we're seeing our Eagles again. I want it to be a grand celebration of explosion of talent and offense and defense. And I don't know what I'm going to see, though, but that's what I want to see. I don't know what I'm going to see. But what I don't want to see is the same thing just Jason Kelce doesn't want to see. He doesn't want to see any lackadaisical, anybody out there just expecting to lay down and beat the Lions, because that's not going to happen. But, Jace, you ain't got to worry about me, dog. I'm still going to go over the top. I am still going to go over the top, and I'm still going to I can do that because we're fans. We can do that, Jace. But you just make sure the dogs in the locker room don't do that. Make sure they come out and they understand the assignment. I'm here with my co-host with the co-most. That's Pat and Michelle. What's up? How do you guys feel?
Hungry. Hungry for a win and some food, because you know I'm cooking.
All right.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I partied last night too, Dante. I was actually in Maryland. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. Drove from Maryland back here to set up and be ready for this victorious show that we're about to do.
Oh, that's what's up. Look, I'm not going to forget this time, but let's get this started. You know how we do on Eagles Talk. You are listening to us, watching us, and we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So kicking off this new season, I'm going to go with the clear. I'm going with the clear, the Belvedere. Belvedere, the brown knocked me down last night. All
I'm
right,
gonna go with the Patron Cafe, little
she's
coffee
going with
shop.
the Patron Cafe.
I ain't overdoing
coffee shop.
it though, because I'm cooking. I'm not trying to burn my food.
Yeah, I feel you on that because
I'm going back to Old Faithful.
Doing half shots.
J-Mo.
Jameson.
All right, you guys, let me know what you're doing out there, and let's get this party started. Everybody down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Now listening to the first quarter.
All right, first quarter. I kind of got to this late last time, but let me bring in my fourth guest, and that's you guys in the chat room here. So the first person in the chat room today is Benjamin. He says, "Fly Eagles, fly." What's up? You're right. Fred is second. Fred says, "Game day, time to go 1-0." I agree with that, Fred. Jeremy T says, "Bird game, fly Eagles, fly." What's up, JT? You ready? I saw you on Facebook. I saw you with the belt, baby. You ready? You ready? All right. Charlie Miller says, "Go Birds." And the beautiful Miss Sandlin says, "Let's go. Let's go." Jeremiah is in the house. He says, "Let's get this W." Yes, let's get this dub. Sue is in the house. Sue, what's up? Sue, I haven't seen you in so long. I did mention to you in the text that I probably wouldn't even recognize you because you lost so much weight. Even if I do see you, you're going to have to identify yourself, okay? Tony Barron, our resident from down under, and he's watching this. He's watching us, as a matter of fact, at approximately 2:16 in the morning. Tony, thank you, man.
Ride or
Thank
die.
you.
Ride
That's
or die,
what's up.
Tony.
Yo, it's just one thing that, that he's a fan of the Eagles and he gets up that early, but I am even more honored and flattered that you get up and watch us. Yo, that's flattering. Thanks, Tony. Tyrone is in the house. Said, "Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's get this one." All right, let's get this one. And how do you think we're going to get that? How are we going to get this one, Pat? How are we going to beat them?
By seeing who's inactive.
Yeah, that'll be a good start.
For the Detroit Lions, inactive will be Tommy Kramer, cornerback Chase Lucas, safety Infatu Malafanu.
Oh, very good, Pat.
You see me look back, right?
Look.
You're very
let's
close. It's
pause
Infatu
right there.
Melifonwu. Okay.
Let me pause right there. All right, so Howie was not the only one that provided depth for his team. I provided some depth for my team also. So on the backup, I got Nichelle on the name backup because it's a running joke. You know how Pat does. He fumbles those names all the time. So I provided some depth for our name pronouncer here. And Nichelle was going to back him up. And he got the first tough one right. Well, way to go, Pat. Give yourself a proud applause.
We're not done yet.
I know. I just did. I know.
There's one more toughie on the list.
Tight end James Mitchell, linebacker Julian Owadu
Aquara.
Okay. Defensive lineman Demetrius Tiller, and that's the inactives for the Detroit Lions. Their starting center Ragnar will be playing today with a injured groin. I don't know how effective he will be, but we will see that in the game. For the Philadelphia Eagles, our inactive list goes as follows: quarterback Ian Brook, running back Trey Sherman, tight end Greg Carcaterra, offensive lineman Josh Stills, defensive end Taryn Jackson, and safety Reed Blankenship.
All right, Pat, give yourself a round of applause. That's what's up.
I'm happy I had to say Big V's name.
All right, so now, how do we win this game, Pat?
Very simple. Mistake-free football. All right, this Detroit Lions team is running off the juice of their head coach. All right, they're going to try to punch us in the mouth to start the game. Once we sustain that punch and punch them back, we should dominate this game. It's clear and cut. Their offensive line is decimated. we have a better offensive line, so we should be able to dominate their defensive line, even though they added rookie phenom in Adrian. What's his name? Adrian Hutchinson, right? So, with that being said, we should be able to dominate from the start. Once these guys throw that first punch at us, we should be able to resist that punch, block it, move to the left, move to the right, hit him with a left, hit him with a right, and basically dominate this game from the beginning to the end. Run the ball. I know we want to open up the pass and get AJ Brown 3 touchdowns like a Terrell Owens entrance, back in 2004, but listen, you do what's working against this team. This team right now is going to try to load the box. And at that, when they did it last time, we were still able to run the ball against them. That's how good our offensive line is. Take advantage of what you can take advantage of. And it is right now in our front offensive line. Dominate at the line of scrimmage. Everything else works itself out.
All right. I'm gonna get to you in a second, Michelle, but let me go.
He said it all. You ain't listen. He done said it all.
and John Batiste agrees. Run the damn ball. His comment is on the screen. Run the damn ball. Establish Miles Sanders early, and when they load the box, let AJ, Slim, Reaper, Quez, and Philly Goddard eat. Yes, I agree with that. Somebody else said. So where's that? All right, here we go. And William Steele says, run the ball and set up the play action. I agree with that. I'm totally in tune with that philosophy. I stated in the offseason that I hope that's exactly what they do, that they don't come out and try to get pass happy and force feed this passing offense down, not even our throats, down the team's throat. And down Jalen's throat. Use what works best, and that's our run game. We saw it last year. We can help Jalen out a lot, tremendously, by continuing to run the ball and then setting up the pass. It's going to make his job a lot easier when he drops back there and the play action has them stuck for a second or two. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. We need him stuck for a second or two. Yeah. And he can have a great year. Not a great game, a great year.
That's right.
Listen, I gotta say this before you go back to another comment. I watched this boxing highlight. Right, it's kickboxing. They started the match. The guy got hit with a right cross. Right, it was 5 seconds in the match. Went straight down because he wasn't ready. Right, got back up. Got back up. It's like, oh man, that shouldn't happen. Then he hit the guy with a left or right. Hit him with a left. The guy could not continue. All right. That match lasted all of a minute, less than a minute. It was 59 seconds of the minute last. That's what the Detroit Lions is going to do. They're going to try to punch us in the mouth. Yes, it may surprise us in the first quarter, but come on, Gannon. Come on, Sirianni. Let's get our stuff together and win this game going away.
Yeah, and I think there's definitely keys in different parts of the ball that we need to make sure happen. Besides run the ball, that's number one, to establish the pass. But also on the offensive side of the ball, they have to execute. Those 7 drop TDs and 7 penalty TDs from last year, they ain't got nothing to do with Jalen. That's 7 TDs we left on the boards last year because of dumb stuff.
Yep.
The next thing we have to do is shore up special teams. We need consistency on special teams. We can't keep starting at our 5, at our 2, at our 1. We need consistent special teams. We are not going to progress as far as we want on either side of the ball if we don't get the ball right first on special teams. And then we have to pressure our quarterback. There should always be some type of pressure. With this defense should be eaten every other play. I think those are the things that are going to help us win.
I agree with that. That was great. That goes to Pat's statement when he said mistake-free football. You are absolutely right. We can't leave all that much meat on the bone as we did last year. We have to take advantage of those opportunities. 7 touchdowns? Are you kidding me? How
7?
How 7 total touchdowns? Yes, she's correct.
Yo, let's think about that for a second. Let's ponder what that would have made Jalen Hurts' stats look like had he got that? What would the conversation be today?
Right.
Had he had an extra 7 touchdowns and the yards that go along with it?
What would have our record been? Not just Jalen, not just Jalen's stats.
One more game.
We might have had one, possibly 2 more games because of where those drops came or those bad penalties came. Like 7 is a lot for a season to leave on the ground on some stuff that had nothing to do with the quarterback.
That's about 24 touchdowns to 16, because he ended his season with 16 total passing touchdowns. That's 24 touchdowns for a quarterback that's in his second full year.
24 touchdowns and the yards that go along with it, the conversation or maybe even the confidence of everyone that is saying Jalen Hurts this, a lot rides on him. The conversation might even be totally different. If he has 7 to 8 more touchdowns than the yards,
probably have 11 wins.
Yeah, now we're talking.
AJ Brown's not letting that happen.
Definitely gets the Giants.
Yeah, AJ Brown's not letting that happen, and I hope
even against
he's
the 49ers.
Contagious in the locker room with, Smitty, because they got to play too. They're awesome talent, but they got to play to their full potential. They got to run their routes right, and they can't give up on the ball. So I'm hoping, did you see his highlight reel? Somebody put together AJ Brown highlight reel. Reception reel. Oh yeah, I gotta send it. I'll send it to the group. Listen, this man's gonna go get Jalen's ball. He ain't dropping the balls. That's all I got to say.
All right, let's end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you're tuned in to Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I am doing the clear because the Brown knocked me down last night. So I'm doing the clear Belvedere, and Pat's doing the Jameson, and Nichelle is doing the Patron Cafe coffee shots. All right, you guys, come on. We're pre-gaming. This is a online virtual tailgate. Let's get it in. Everybody, come on. So down the hatch we go. 3, 2, 1.
We're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, I'd like to pick up. Oh, first of all, did you guys listen? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Y'all hear me yesterday? Y'all ain't hear me? Nobody heard me? That's all right.
So I was partying last night. I do apologize. I saw it and I said, "Yo, he looks just like I told you."
Listen, I was doing shots, and at like 7:30, I'm like, "Shit, I didn't listen. I didn't turn on the radio." But I was, looking at all the pictures.
That's on iHeart. So we can ever go back and look and get it.
Yeah, you can go back, but it was just
can I go back? Can I go back on iHeart because I have the app? Okay.
I think it was just a little 2-minute thing, but it was. I was on WDAS with Ed Long, and he asked me about the game and such like that, and I'll be there every Saturday, doing that little segment every Saturday, approximately. I don't know if it'll be the same time, but that was approximately like 5:40, and it was interesting. But if you listen to it, I gave him Dante. I gave him straight Dante. They didn't get no. I didn't even sprinkle Dark Knight in there. I gave him.
Oh, you're all professional.
I was too professional. I listened to it.
You did in the pictures. I was like, that doesn't look like Dark Knight. Who's that?
That was. I gave him straight Dante. Next week, and especially depending on what the Eagles do today, they may get a whole lot of Dark Knight, because if they lose, it's going to be a very colorful. It'll be a very colorful segment. But,
it better be, because I'm going to tune into it.
They should be colorful even if they win.
Yeah, if they win, it's going to be a lot more colorful. But yeah, that was. I thank Ed Long for having me on, and I look forward to doing this for the upcoming season. Let's go to some comments out here. What's this? Howie made another deal restructure. Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? Okay, here we go. Robin Wallace said you can't double team A.J. Smith and Quez. Yes, you cannot. And that's getting back to what Nichelle said in the close of the first quarter. I totally agree that A.J. Brown is not going to let those type of drops happen. And just because of that special talent or ability that he has, that alone is going to improve Jalen's stats going down, because when you have a great receiver, I said it many times before, with a catch radius such as A.J. Brown has, the completion rate is going to go up. You can't throw a bad ball to him, So, and believe me, every quarterback in the league does not throw precise, accurate passes all the time. Sometimes a lot of that is being helped out by the fact that they have quality receivers that they're throwing to. I understand Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. I understand that. But he had Devontae Adams. He had some great receivers throughout his career that he was throwing to, and those guys, they help you also. So we have an A.J. Brown in the house. I think Jalen's going to have a better year just based on that addition alone. And don't get twisted, Devontae Smith got hands too. He has hands.
Yeah, listen.
So I can't wait.
I really think what's going to happen with this offense is so potent right now with these guys. A healthy Miles Sanders makes this offense one of the best offenses in the NFL, hands down, right? Now, execution is a different story. We talked about 7 missed touchdowns. 7 missed touchdowns last week, right? Last year. Now, with the addition of A.J. Brown, who actually you could just throw a slant to him because he's going to break free like a running back. Smitty running routes like Marvin Harrison, and Quez Watkins, who basically is. I'm not gonna say he's the fastest receiver in the NFL because
he's a beast.
He's in the top 5. Let's put it that way. He's top 5. So when you get this running game started with a Miles Sanders, a Boston Scott, even with Gainwell, right? You get this running game started. Now you're forcing these teams to put 8 to 9 people in a box, and you got these receivers on the outside that can't be covered one-on-one. Like old Hulk Hogan said, what you going to do when these pythons come running for you? Like, listen, it's a scary proposition from our Philadelphia Eagles if the execution will be ran properly this year. Did I say like I was on WES?
WDAS.
Well, you gotta understand something. I was on little known fact. I was on WDS, the AM station back when I was a teen.
Oh, wow.
Had a show called Teen, the way it is, Teen Talk Show.
Oh wow! Look, Christopher's getting on me. Dante
he was using proper grammar. Let me find
proper grammar and everything.
He was. He had on a button up. I thought he had on a bow tie. I kept scrolling. I was like, "What is he wearing?"
I was going to an event of Kappa event afterwards. So
so you were all noobed up. So you was all. Oh, you was ready.
You can left that in the car.
All right. All right. Oh, we have a new subscriber on YouTube here. I'll put his comment up there. Tyler asks, how good will Sanders do this year if he does not get hurt? And do they extend him? Well, that it depends on if he don't get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a comment by a fake Nick Sirianni. He said Miles Sanders. He said Miles Sanders can be great. He can be good as long as he doesn't score a touchdown. He can have over 1,000 yards as long as that MFer don't score a touchdown. We have a common understanding. If he breaks loose, right, for a long game, when he gets to the 1-yard line, he better sit his ass down, not score a touchdown. But you know what? And all jokes aside, I think Miles Sanders definitely can rush for over 1,000 yards. The crazy thing about it is that he didn't have a touchdown last year, so that's gonna make him hungry this year.
632 days.
It's gonna make him hungry this year to score, and Jason Kelsey said it. Hungry dogs run fast. He's hungry for that touchdown.
That's why I said
and
I'm
he's
hungry
for that contract. So he's gonna ball out. Those nagging injuries that normally would kept him out, I believe this year is not gonna keep him out.
He gonna have to play through it because he know his livelihood and his money's on the line, and this whole team has something to prove, including Miles Sanders. To be honest with you.
Oh, definitely, not the whole team.
So,
and we're talking coaches and all. I'm about to let Nichelle loose on y'all on the coaches. I'm about this is Nichelle's segment right here. How important is the coaching this year, Nichelle? How important is that going to play, and not only this season, but especially this game today?
Well, you told me, you were telling me yesterday somebody was stealing my thunder about the vanilla offense that I've been talking about for a season. Oh, they just finally caught up to it on sports radio. The coaching is equally as important. Gann, let's just start on the defensive side of the ball. Ganna, you got all the weapons possible to bring the heat every game. What you going to do with it? Pat's always bringing up you playing 10, 15 yards off the ball. We can't see that this year. We can't see this. No. We need our defense to bring it every game. You don't have all those weapons and not being, not getting pressure almost every play.
Yeah,
And then
I agree with that.
And the offensive side of the ball, Sirianni. We can't run vanilla plays, and we can't just always be dependent on play action. Design some plays. Design some plays. Peterson, they designed some plays. How you think we won the Super Bowl? It wasn't all play action. You have a mixture of both. You need to have that balance between play action and some design plays, some trick plays, some plays the league has not even seen before, and you keep them up your sleeve. That's the one thing I appreciated about Doug Peterson. He was always willing to try some new plays that had nothing to do with play action. Just let's draw it up. You like that? You want to draw something up for me? Let's try it.
Listen, Dougie was definitely
X's and O's.
X's and O's, but I'm talking about his plays was like reminiscent of the plays that we used to draw up in the street playing touch football. Like you could tell he had the rocks on the ground. Like, yo, I want you this rock, you this rock. I want you to go this way. Especially the Philly play. You don't think
you don't even know what was happening. So you didn't even know what was happening. You didn't even know. I don't want to know if you're running or throwing the ball. Give me some different looks. We always can tell if they're going to run and throw the ball and who they're going to run and who they're going to throw it to. I don't want to see that this year. I don't want to know. Give me some different looks. Give me some different schemes.
You hear something crazy? That Philly special play, right, became so popular. They put it in Madden. For the next 5 years, that play was used by various teams in a clips of over 100 times. Not just pros, college and high school.
Yeah.
That's
that was incredible. We got a half a minute.
I know. I would if my son was still playing little league at the time. We would have totally ran that play.
It's actually a little league play. It's a little league play.
We would have totally ran that play.
It's a little league play.
Well, they showed some of that, the history of that play, and it was run in college football. They showed a couple teams that have run various versions of it before we did it in the Super Bowl. So
we ran it in Little League, Dante.
I know. All right, that's the end of the second quarter. Let's end it, man.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, I think I know the tradition of what comes up now. It's halftime. All right, so here we go. You are watching Eagles Talk, and you're right. My what's my man name? I just James Edgefield. We gotta reach out and take care of our YouTube people over there. Yeah,
YouTube and Twitter. We apologize.
We apologize. We started on the Facebook platform, and we're trying to expand to YouTube. We just have to put more energy into it. But I thank you for watching us on YouTube, and make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. But here we are, halftime of Eagles Talk, which means that we're getting closer to game time. Oh, can't wait. So you guys are watching the most unique Eagles coverage show out there by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. And this is where we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy, and a social manner. In such a relaxed and social manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So I am doing the Belvedere. Yes, because the Brown knocked me down last night. Yeah.
And it's only a half of one.
Pat is doing the Jameson, and Michelle's doing the Patron Cafe coffee shots. All right, so you guys let me know what you are doing as you join us for our virtual tailgate before the Eagles take on the Detroit Lions. Here we go. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
He does look like Octavius.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans.
Wow, it's game week, y'all!
No one likes us, no one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care. Look sincerely, no one likes us, we don't care. No one likes us, Get 'em low, get 'em high. Watch out, Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly. And the road to victory.
Eagles. That's right.
Let's go. LFG.
Let's go. Our Philadelphia Eagles take on the Detroit Lions. This should be a very, very good game for us to see our team start the season with. I mean, everything's in place for us to have a wonderful Sunday, right? We're kicking off a season that we're very optimistic about against one of the low teams in the league. This should be a party day, right? This should be a party day. Now, we talked about the offense in the majority of the first half. Let's get on to the defensive side of the ball. Leon Spencer, I'll go to some comments first before we get into it. But Hemi Hands is in the house. Hemi, what's up? What's up, everyone? No excuses this year. Let's go Eagles. What does? No, we got to do what we got to do. And Leon says Eagles get 4 sacks today and 2 interceptions. I hope so. Dion says this is the best day of the year. I'm so damn excited. I hope not decided. Are you? I'm talking.
You missed a joke earlier. They were saying the little girl says, "I'm so decided," instead of excited.
Oh, I missed that. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. All right, yeah, I can't follow all of them. Sulema is in the house. Hi, Sulema. Sulema is a pool shark. Do not make sure you get a good look at this picture here. This is what she looks like, because if you're out at a bar and there's a woman playing that looks like this, you don't want to play her.
Don't play her.
Yes, don't play her.
You know, I play her.
She is a pool shark.
I'm not a shark, but I play her. I listen.
All right, well, don't play her for money.
I put my pants on one leg at a time. You know, I can go ahead and try my best.
Okay, so when you hear that, challenge accepted. All right, but she does say, I did like the guts Doug had to try new plays, catches other teams off guard, because they already know the 3 plays we always use. Wow. Look, oh my goodness, the women on here are coming at Nick Sirianni's neck. Nichelle and Sulema is calling you out, Nick. Come on.
Let's
Nick, run some professional offensive plays.
He's right. It's Steichen.
All right, well,
it's Shane Steichen. It's you know we're gonna put the pressure on Nick Sirianni. In actuality, Shane Steichen is the guy calling the plays.
Put up Williams' comment. Look at William. He ready.
You know what? I did.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
He said, I slept with my gear on like it was the first day of school. That's what I'm talking about.
I do got to say this, though, about Jonathan Gannon. So today is your coming out day.
Mm-hmm.
No more 3rd down and 2, and you got your corners who are capable of playing a bumper run type A, whatever you want to disguise. You can disguise a cover 2 or cover 3 by having your corners playing up. You know that, right, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to have these guys playing 7 yards off the ball, especially in these short yardage situations.
Mm-hmm. We need to stop giving up the dinks and the dunks.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Stop giving up everything across the middle of the field. Come on now.
I think that will happen because of
it will happen the first quarter.
Athletic linebackers now we now have. They can run with these tight ends because opposing teams last year killed us with the tight ends in the middle of the field. They killed us in the middle of the field, period. And I'm hoping to see that slow down this year with the addition of Kazir White. TJ Edwards is not bad. We have some athletic linebackers now. Probably one of the most talented linebacker groups we've had in the past 5 years. If you would you agree?
It goes farther than that, my friend.
Oh, farther than that? No, damn, it's been that long. Wow. All right, so in the last
we're almost going back to when we had, and I hate to bring this guy up because he was injured, Sean Bradley. When we had Sean Bradley, we had a linebacker core that was actually stable. Then he got injured. Then everything went downhill. Jordan Hicks was a heck of a middle linebacker.
Yeah,
he was.
You could put any pieces around Jordan Hicks. He was making the play or making the play better.
Right.
But you got to go back to almost Jeremiah Trotter. And this type of middle linebacker, this middle linebacker doesn't even exist no more in this day and age of pro football, right? But you had Jeremiah Trotter. You had either there you go. Look at that. Look, Carlos Edmonds. I mean, you had
Right?
these
Loads.
guys like Carlos covered every single tight end. You couldn't throw to a tight end because not only was he's on the same plane as far as being like 6'3", he could run with every single tight end that was thrown out there. Right now, you have T.J. Edwards, who's reminiscent of a Jeremiah Trotter, right? Because he makes every single tackle there is to be made, right? Then you have Kazir White, who's a Philly native, who can run with every single tight end that's there. You got Hassan Reddick, who's definitely a Philly native,
CMD Camden
who's coming,
represent.
who's coming off the edge on a line that's decimated by injuries, right? You got a hungry Brandon Graham. He's hungry. He told you already. I saw a mic'd up piece where he was laughing, getting knocked down. He said, "You know what? I missed this. I can't wait to inflict some pain on Sunday." Right? You got a Fletcher Cox who has something to prove because people say you don't have it any longer. A Javon Hargrave, who people all of a sudden forgot about. They forgot about Hargrave, how good he was in the beginning of the season. 7.5 sacks last year of the interior. You know, then you have a guy, a rookie, that's saying they're saying he's too fat, he's out of shape. You can't do this. Enjoy. Listen, these defensive guys need to dominate, especially in the front seven. Forget the back four. The front seven needs to dominate. This game today is on the front seven.
What I want to see and what I expect to see are two different things. So what I want to see is more blitzing. We talked about this before. More blitzing and putting some heat in the kitchen, right? What I'm expecting to see is not a lot of blitzing, but maybe getting sacks off of coverage sacks, because we do have a secondary now that I do expect to see played differently than last year. I expect that with this corners that we have now, that we can play more press coverage, and that alone could cause or give the defensive line just the amount of time that they need to get to the quarterback. So I don't know if that is in Gannon's philosophy to blitz as much as I want to see, but I think that hopefully with the front seven we have, because we all agree that it's a formidable front seven, and our starting with our defensive line. So if they just are allowed to have a couple more seconds, they can probably get to this quarterback. So I'm expecting to see coverage sacks more than blitzing sacks, if that makes any sense. All right, let me go to some comments out here.
Got a balanced team.
Jeremiah Andrews, you're right, Pat, but now we need a coach like Jim Johnson. Yeah, now that would help a lot.
Do we know when you have the talent? Sometimes you don't need a inventive coach like Jim Johnson, because when you have the talent and the guys can make the plays off the cuffs, you just got to be serviceable as a defense coordinator. That's all you got to do.
Well, Gannon said he's listening to his players, and
as he should.
And getting their input on how they should run their plays and their positioning and all that. I hope he is taking heed. He says he has a really good relationship with Hassan Reddick, and he's really, taking on his counsel as a player. So I hope that translates to on the field.
Definitely.
All right, let me go to some comments here. Rashawn says this is definitely an opportunity for our defense to eat.
Facts.
Christopher Burns says Eagles 34 to Lions 10.
I like that.
That would be great. I like that. I want to see a strong start from my Birds. Strike fast and keep the foot on the gas. Yeah, I want to see that also.
James Edgefield. Real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
After you go to the next comment about Jim Johnson, because he tailored his defense around one particular player. So a lot of defensive coordinators don't do that. They don't tailor their defense around a particular player.
Who did that?
Jim Johnson did that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
But C.J. Gardner-Johnson can be that type of player where you can actually center your defense around to be more effective with everything that you throw out there, because he has that ability. I'm not saying he's a Brian Dawkins or a Malcolm Jenkins. I'm just saying C.J. Gardner-Johnson has the ability to do a lot in a defense when you give him these different assignments.
So he can do the role that they done. That's what you're saying.
He
But
can.
you're not comparing him to their level of play. Not until we see him anyway.
Oh no.
I mean, but hey, no, Brian Dawkins wasn't Brian Dawkins until he was Brian Dawkins. You know what I'm saying?
It was second year. He was like, oh, yeah,
yeah, this guy's special. I mean,
yeah.
That's great. That's the end of the third quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, remember, you're looking at Eagles Talk, one of the most unique Eagles coverage shows out there that's by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. So thank you guys for joining us. And, it's a lot of people out there, 60 people in the room. Thank you guys for spending your time pregame with us as we run our virtual tailgate party for the first game of the season. We like to talk about our favorite football team, the Eagles. We like to do it in such a relaxed and social manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. We are tailgating here for the first week of Eagles season. I am doing the Belvedere vodka. Not taking heavy shots, just half.
I got a funny story about Belvedere.
I'm tapped out.
That my wife knows about.
Jameson over there by Pat. The young lady is tapping out because she has to cook. And you guys let me know what you're doing out there. So here we go. Let me know what you're drinking. I'm curious. Let me know what is on the and let me know what the menu is for today. What's the menu? Let me know what you guys are eating for game.
Ted Wiggins. I need to know what's in that green tea shot. I had a green tea shot, Ted. I don't know what's in it. You gotta let me know what's in it again.
All right. So here we go.
I've had them and they're delicious.
They are.
They are. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the
fourth quarter. Ted is he's the mixologist, right? Doesn't he?
He is.
He always says. So now he's doing the green tea shots. Wow, Craig, are you a bartender? He always has good drinks there. This is Ted Wiggins said this needs to be a statement game for us. Put our foot on their necks and keep it there. I'm all for that, Ted. I'm all for coming out and making a statement not only to Detroit, but to all of us, to us as fans, to put the NFL on notice that this team is not only good on paper, but we are good on the field. You don't only feel optimistic because we have a great roster when you look down on our on paper, but you see that on the field. I talked about having a top 10 defense last year. And I said that was on paper. It looked good on paper. But when you looked at it with the eye test, it didn't look like a top. This is an opportunity for us to go out there with all the optimism. And we're with kind of the sexy pick by some of the experts because they've been talking about it so much in the offseason. Let's go out there and show that. Let's go out there and show it and back it up with our play and not just, win the offseason as we do a lot of times how he has won the offseason. I like to see it translate into a record this year. And the last time I said that, we actually won it all. So I hope to repeat that. Going to the comments here, Hemi says, this should definitely be an exciting year. Last year, nobody was talking about us, and we snuck in the playoffs. This year, they can't get the Eagles' names off their mouths. Exactly. Raymond says, them hyping us up makes me nervous. Yeah, kind of, but I rather I don't know. What you rather hear? I don't want to. I mean, the opposite of that is this team sucks and they're going to suck. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be hyping your team.
If I'm going to hear anything, I'd rather hear this. But
and word is we roll deep out there in Michigan. Word is there's a sea of green rolling into that. I mean, it was sold out. I don't know why people were saying, Hard Knocks popularity. I was like, come on now. It was sold out because Eagles fans travel. Stop playing.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be so honest with you. Aaron Green, the cornerback for the Jets, who's actually a defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, is somebody I actually followed, right? Aaron Glenn, I'm sorry. Aaron Glenn was somebody I actually followed because I always followed his career as a underrated cornerback who's actually probably a top cornerback in the league, top 5 cornerback in the league during his playing days, right? Him, that back and forth with Deuce Staley, I'm like, yo, if I didn't love my Philadelphia Eagles, I would love their competitive spirit because that's what you want out of your coaches. So the crazy thing is, around these teams, you get the same thing happening. The same thing that's happened in this training camp that's on Hard Knocks happened in all these other training camps we don't hear about, that we don't see about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it is the phenomenon of Hard Knocks. But Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
All right. Some comments I put up there. James says, and thank you for following us on YouTube, James. He said, we need to show that it's not just talk by blowing the kittens out. The score should be 45-17. I wouldn't. Look, I can't even get the words out. That would be a great day. A great day, and I would have a great week if that could be the outcome. And how would you like to see that, though? If you could dial up a blowout, what would you like some of the highlights to be in a game like that? If it's 45-17, you would like to see defense. All right.
I would love to see our defense. I love to see our offense be steady. Steady, but I would love to see our defense fly. They have some playmakers on their side. Let's not get it twisted. They got Swifty, they got DJ Chalk, they have Amara St. Brown. They have some playmakers on their side. But I would love to see our defense step up to the task and say, you know what? I don't care who you have on your side. We're not allowing nothing to happen.
All right. Here's our resident celebrity chef, Aaron. Watches us. So if he watches us, you guys should be watching us. That's telling you a lot. But he says, I agree with Raymond. I'm nervous only because of the first game expectations, and folks forget we have a whole season to rock. Question, if the game is tied with 1 minute left, do you turn it off and turn it back on for the results, or watch it through the end?
We turned our show off. You turn the post game on, and we watched just like when Jake Elliott hit
to
that
the end.
61.
Yeah.
Actually, we was on air when Jake Elliott hit the 61-yard field goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were out in the parking lot. Yeah,
we was like, "Yo, this is crazy!" Like,
we
that
was
just
tailgating.
Happened? Like, really? That just happened? Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was bananas. So that was great because we got the whole tailgating crowd's reaction, and right outside the stadium, you could hear the cheering. It was crazy. That was a wonderful, wonderful year. But yeah, I agree. But no, we don't turn it off though, Chef. We don't turn it off. 5 minutes to game time. You right. And,
3 minutes.
3 minutes now. Raymond Williams says you take a shot of Jack and watch on the edge of your couch.
That's right. Just do another shot. Just do another shot. Suck it up. Do another shot and keep it pushing.
Right. Eddie, what's up? Eddie, I haven't seen you. This is his first comment?
No, this is like his third comment.
Okay. All right. Due to no preseason, first half will be sloppy. Eagles should take off in the second. All right. Okay, Eddie. Eddie, if Eddie says that, that's it's going down like that. My favorite Republican, Eddie, is out there. I predict 4 sacks today by our defense. I'm so hoping that your prediction comes true. I really am, Lethan. I really am. Let me go back up. So, all right. So, getting back to, you just still didn't answer my question. So, if it's a 45-17 score, and I'll answer it. What would you like to see? I would like to see out of 45-0. I want to see 3 touchdowns by AJ in the air. You know what I mean? I want to see a Miles Sanders. Yeah, like T.O. Like, yeah, I would like to see 3 in the air and 2 on the ground. And I'll take a defense. I'll take a pick
defensive
6 or
score.
a defensive score. No, those are the type of things I would like to see in a blowout if it was going to be a 45-17 type game.
Right.
So what are some of the things that you would like to see if the score wound up 45-17? What would you like to see happen?
Just a balanced team.
I want to see us fielding the ball at our 30 to 50-yard line, not at our 1, 5, or 10.
Brenton Covey's going to be the punt return and kick.
Listen, man. Listen. That's what I want to see.
Hey, Dante, hold up.
And run early. Going back to the run early. Early.
Michelle, Dante, hold on 1 second.
What?
We got 1 minute for game time. So you know that means prediction time, right?
Yeah. That's right, guys. Get ready. We about to see our Philadelphia Eagles. Woo! I can't wait for this to go down. All right, time for predictions. We only got a little bit of time to go. All right, so, Michelle, what do you got? You guys out there, give me your predictions. What's going on?
31-21 Eagles.
Ooh.
What happens? What happens in that game?
We win.
I know.
Period. We punched him in the mouth.
All right, Pat is going to take. I can't do Pat because Pat, you got to give a score, Pat. You can't do.
You need a
he
score
doesn't want to.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. We definitely get punched in the mouth in the first quarter, and we're not going to know what hit us, right? Then we're going to gather ourselves together, realize they only in that time frame they only scored 6 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Through that flurry of Mike Tyson weaves and bobs and hitting us, they only scored 6 points. Then we're going to say, you know what, we're like 10 times better than these guys, and we're going to wake up in the second quarter. In the second quarter, they're gonna realize that, you know what, we're gonna go together and we're gonna start smacking them in the mouth. Our defense has already been playing very good football. Our special teams has been terrible because our punter is terrible. We put them in positions where they can score these points and go down a short field. So that being said, since I gotta give a score now, I believe we win going away 34-9.
Wow. Okay, that's good. Couple up here before we get out of here. Raymond says 30-10. John Petit says 35-13 Eagles. Richard Boo is going 38-13 Eagles. Ray Sowers is 31-7 Birds. Christopher Burton says 34-10. And Dion says, I want to see 2 by Sanders, 1 by Goddard, 1 by Smith.
Oh, he got it all mapped out. Okay, Dion.
1 by Jalen on the ground and a pick 6 by Slay. That would be killing. All right. Okay. So, and Pat, this was for you. Yes, Robin, the game chat will be up. So
yes,
if
it will
you're
be
a group member of Eagle Talk, yes, there will be a game chat going on. So make sure you go there and we can all watch it together and comment together. But we're getting out of here because it's about game time. So you guys go watch our Philadelphia Eagles hopefully destroy the Detroit Lions and come back here after the game for the post-game show, and we'll talk about it and celebrate it together. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. For my co-host, Pat and Michelle, go Eagles. We'll see you guys after the game. Peace.